In the beautiful city of Benin lived Adesuwa, a strong woman. Her son, Idahosa, had gone missing 5 years ago, and while the world moved on, she had not. One autumn day, Idahosa went into the woods of Aduwawa, promising to be back before dark. But he never returned. Most believed he had fallen victim to the dangerous terrain or wild animals. But Adesuwa knew, deep in her heart, that her son was still out there. Every day, she searched the forest, driven by hope and love. She ignored the whispers that called her such madness. Her faith was unshakable. One morning, a rugged man named Obaseki arrived at her door. He was a former tracker who claimed to have heard of Idahosa's disappearance. His presence was mysterious, yet something about him comforted Adesuwa. Moved by her belief, he offered his help. Together, they ventured deeper into the Aduwawa forest. Days turned into weeks, and the search drained them both. But just when they were about to lose hope, they found an old, hidden trail. It was overgrown and hard to see, but it sparked a glimmer of hope in Adesuwa's heart. They followed the trail to a steep ravine, where they discovered an old campsite. Among the debris, Adesuwa found a small, weathered book with Idahosa's name inside. Her hands trembled as she held it, tears streaming down her face. Obaseki and Adesuwa pressed on, their hope renewed. They followed the symbols Idahosa had drawn in the book, each one leading them closer to the truth. The symbols led them to a hidden cave. Inside the cave, the air was cool and damp. Adesuwa's heart pounded as they ventured deeper. And then, in the dim light, they saw him. Idahosa was older, his face marked by years of survival in the wilderness, but it was him. He looked up, his eyes wide with disbelief and recognition. "Mama," he whispered. Adesuwa rushed to him, hugging him tightly. Tears of relief and joy flowed as they held each other. As they emerged from the cave, the first rays of dawn shone through the forest canopy. Adesuwa had never given up on her son, and her unwavering belief had brought him back to her. As they walked back toward their home, Adesuwa turned to thank Obaseki, but he was gone. Only then did she realize that Obaseki was not just any tracker, he was the spirit of her late husband, who had come back to guide her to their son. His final act of love was to reunite them. The moral of the story is that love transcends even death, and perseverance can overcome the greatest challenges. Never give up on those you love, for hope can light the darkest paths, and love can bridge the deepest chasms.
Step into the magic, let the stories unfold. African folk tales, adventures, treasures untold. Feel the heartbeat.